slid off. A great tsunami of cafe fried food was pouring off. More took its place, and he had to run away shouting, stop, I command you, elementals of fire, cease your actions, and trying to think of something that would stop the barbecue. But it couldn't. And suddenly the restaurant was filled with sausages and burgers and corn on the cobs. Until it was pouring out of the doors. He didn't know what to do. Then the street was filled with sausages and hot dogs and burgers and corn on the cobs and halloumi fries and chicken, because I forgot the chicken, and various types of seafood that's large enough to not fall through the bars of the grill. All these things were pouring down the street. He didn't know what to do. And then his wife came home from whatever it was she was doing, having a nice time doing it somewhere anyway. Actually, all you could see was that the village was full of sausages, and it was full of burgers, and full of cheese, and full of corn on the cobs.
As soon as he had finished the last letter, the little raisin eyes blinked. Ding, ding. The little gingerbread feet began to twitch. Dilly, dilly. And the almond buttons began to rise and fall. Then the little gingerbread boy sat up, saw the little old man, and put out his little arms. The little raisin eyes blinked again, and a little voice said, "Daddy!" The little old man chuckled, and picking up the gingerbread boy, he sat him gently on a tea plate. And the little gingerbread boy began to tell tales of growing tall and sweet under the hot sun in Jamaica, of digging deep into the good earth in China and putting forth big pink flowers. He smiled with his little marmalade shred mouth. The little old man poured himself a cup of tea. And the little gingerbread boy told of the wind weaving its way through branches of the cinnamon trees in Sri Lanka, and of monkeys chattering in the clove trees of Sumatra. His little raisin eyes sparkled as he recalled the memories. The little old man sipped his tea with satisfaction. Just months after marrying his beautiful young wife, the young man who had built the cottage was called up to fight for his country. In any event, to fight for the country that had currently hoisted its flag above the town hall. He waved goodbye in good cheer, promising his wife that he would be home long before their first child was born. Months went by, and not a word came from the front. Then one day there was a knock at the door. From the silhouette at the little window, the woman could see that there was a soldier on the doorstep. Her husband was home at last, and just in time. She opened the door with a joyful tear. But that joy changed to sorrow when she saw a strange soldier on the doorstep, handing her an envelope. The soldier saluted and was off and lost in an instant in the market day crowd. The envelope contained a tin medal, a letter in her husband's hand telling of how he had been wounded in battle and had little hope of ever seeing her again this side of the grave. And it also contained a formal notification of his death from injuries sustained in a brave battle to win back the 200 yards they had lost the day before.
It was also known that whatever you put into the oven, you wouldn't get all of it back. If you put in, let's say, 6 cakes, you'd only get 5 back. So you'd never cook one thing. You'd never cook a big cake, because if you did, some of it wouldn't be there when it came out. There was always a little something that had been taken. Nobody knew by what or how, but it was understood that that was the process. And so long as there was something, for whatever it was, about the oven or in the oven or around the oven or near the oven that took it, it was allowed to have that. Now, what we know that they didn't know is that that range had a cooking oven and a smaller oven and even a warming oven on the side, and at the top it had the hob on which you cooked. But that was not the only hob that was there in the oven. There was another kind of hob